Imagine standing at the base of the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is early morning. The sun is low, casting long shadows across the limestone. You tilt your head back, and the structure fills your entire field of vision. 2.3 million stone blocks, 6 million tons of rock. A building so large that it held the record as the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. You have seen photographs of it your entire life. You think you know what it looks like, but what you are looking at is a shell. Because in 2017, a team of physicists aimed subatomic particles through the pyramid's walls and found something that no one expected. A massive void hidden deep inside the structure that no human being has entered in 4,500 years. And we still do not know what it is. The Great Pyramid is not just an ancient monument. It is the most precisely engineered structure of the ancient world, and it is still hiding rooms that we have only just learned exist. What was found changes not only what we know about the pyramid, but what we thought we understood about the people who built it. To understand why a hidden room matters, you need to understand what the Great Pyramid already contains. The structure was built around 2560 BC for the pharaoh Khufu. It originally stood 146 meters tall, roughly the height of a 50-story building, and its base covers an area of over 53,000 square meters. The precision of its construction is staggering. The base is level to within just 2.1 centimeters across its entire length. The sides are aligned to the cardinal directions with an accuracy of less than 1/12 of a degree. Each of its roughly 2.3 million blocks weighs between 5 and 15 tons. And the granite beams above the king's chamber weigh up to 80 tons each, quarried from Aswan, over 800 kilometers away, and lifted to a height of 60 meters above the ground. Inside, there are 3 known chambers. The lowest was carved into the bedrock beneath the pyramid and was left unfinished. Above it sits the queen's chamber, a smaller room with a gabled ceiling. And at the top of a grand ascending corridor sits the king's chamber, a rectangular room lined entirely with polished Aswan granite, containing a single empty sarcophagus. Connecting the lower passages to the king's chamber is the Grand Gallery, a corbelled corridor 47 meters long and over 8 meters tall, rising at a 26-degree angle through the heart of the pyramid. It is one of the most impressive interior spaces in all of ancient architecture. These chambers and corridors have been known for centuries. Explorers, grave robbers, and archaeologists have mapped them extensively. Most Egyptologists believed the pyramid's internal architecture had been fully documented. There was nothing left to find. They were wrong. In 2015, an international research team called Scan Pyramids launched a project to image the interior of the Great Pyramid without touching it. Their method was muon radiography, a technique that uses naturally occurring subatomic particles called muons, produced when cosmic rays from deep space collide with atoms in Earth's atmosphere. Muons rain down constantly, passing through solid matter at nearly the speed of light. Dense material absorbs more muons. Empty space absorbs fewer. By placing detectors inside and around the pyramid and measuring how many muons arrive from different directions, the team could effectively create an X-ray of the entire structure. In November 2017, they announced their first major discovery, a previously unknown void at least 30 meters long, located directly above the Grand Gallery. The dimensions were similar to the Grand Gallery itself. It was detected independently by 3 different teams using 3 different muon detection technologies, and confirmed with high statistical confidence. The void was real. It was enormous. And no document, no archaeological survey, no historical record had ever mentioned it. It was the first major internal structure discovered inside the Great Pyramid since the 19th century. But here is where it gets complicated. Detecting a void is not the same as understanding it. The muon data confirmed the space exists, but could not determine its exact shape. It could be a single continuous corridor. It could be a series of smaller chambers. It could be horizontal or inclined. The team named it the Scan Pyramid's Big Void and emphasized that its function was entirely unknown. Some Egyptologists suggested it could be a construction gap, a byproduct of the building process rather than an intentional room. Others argued that a void of that size and position, directly above the most important corridor in the pyramid, was unlikely to be accidental. The debate has not been settled. And then came the second discovery. In March 2023, the same team published new results, confirming another hidden space, a corridor behind the chevron-shaped stones visible on the pyramid's north face. This passage, called the North Face Corridor, is 9 meters long, roughly 2 meters wide, and tall enough for a person to stand inside. The team received permission to insert an endoscopic camera through a small gap in the stones. The footage showed bare limestone walls and an empty passage, carved with the same precision as the known chambers. The corridor does not end in a dead wall. It continues into the structure and terminates at what appears to be another sealed barrier. Something is behind it. No camera has been able to see what. This is the pattern that makes the Great Pyramid so unsettling. Every time we develop a new way to look inside it, we find something we did not expect. And every discovery leads to another sealed passage, another barrier, another question without an answer. Let's pause here, because the scale of what we do not know deserves a moment of clarity. The Great Pyramid contains 2.3 million blocks, arranged with millimeter precision. We have explored 3 chambers and a handful of corridors. Together, the known interior spaces represent a tiny fraction of the pyramid's total volume. The rest, millions of tons of limestone, remains unexamined. Muon radiography has revealed at least 2 previously unknown voids. There could be more. Every scan covers only a portion of the structure, and the technique is limited by detector placement and exposure time. We are looking at the pyramid through a keyhole and finding rooms. The question is, how many rooms are behind the walls we have not scanned yet? What makes the Great Pyramid genuinely different from other ancient monuments is how little we understand about why it was built the way it was. We know the king's chamber held a sarcophagus, but Khufu's mummy has never been found. The sarcophagus was empty when the first explorers reached it. The queen's chamber, despite its name, almost certainly had nothing to do with the queen. Its purpose remains debated. The subterranean chamber was left deliberately unfinished, and no one knows why construction was abandoned at that depth. Even the Grand Gallery, the most dramatic space in the pyramid, has no clear functional explanation. It is too tall and too elaborate to be merely a corridor. Now add the Big Void and the North Face Corridor to this list. 2 more spaces with no documented purpose, no historical reference, no clear architectural reason. The pyramid is full of rooms that defy straightforward interpretation. And the one tool that could answer every question, physically entering these spaces, is the one thing we cannot do without risking irreversible damage. Modern technology is circling the answer. In 2025, researchers published new proposals for enhanced muon tomography that could produce 3-dimensional maps of the pyramid's interior, with significantly higher resolution than previous scans. The goal is to determine whether the Big Void is a single corridor, a series of chambers, or something else entirely. Separately, robotic exploration of the North Face Corridor is being planned, with the objective of reaching whatever lies beyond the sealed barrier at its end. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's most prominent Egyptologist, has stated publicly that he expects to announce what is behind that barrier. Whether the announcement will come this year or next, no one outside the project knows. But even if both spaces turn out to be structural relief chambers designed to redistribute the immense weight of the blocks above, the discovery itself is remarkable. It means the builders of the Great Pyramid engineered hidden spaces with such precision that they remained undetected for 4.5 millennia, invisible to every generation of explorers, archaeologists, and treasure hunters who searched the structure. They built rooms that could only be found by technology that would not exist for another 45 centuries. Here is what stays with you. The Great Pyramid was completed around 2560 BC. It has stood on the Giza Plateau for 4,500 years. During that time, it has been explored by tomb robbers, mapped by Napoleon scholars, probed by dynamite, drilled into by engineers, and scanned by cosmic ray detectors. And after all of that, it is still hiding rooms. The most studied building in human history is not fully known. The most photographed structure on Earth has spaces inside it that no camera has ever reached. Every answer the pyramid gives comes with another sealed door, another dark corridor, another void on the edge of detection. The builders knew how to hide things, and 4,500 years later, whatever they hid is still exactly where they left it. In the dark, behind stone, waiting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.